Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, we have the one, the only. Koby,
Ain't nothing to it. Real one. Ain't nothing to it. Boss.
We sipping on some sipping on. Which I think we sipping
What?
on today. I said that in the last video. I was like, what we sipping on? What we sipping on?
Oh, I saw that.
Today
I think I saw that.
Today's just coffee.
Yeah.
And water.
Because it's dark outside and tired. So, yeah. Hey, y'all. How you doing? My name is Koby Lomax. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have Koby joining us today. Today's video is going to be about business and entrepreneurship and branding yourself. A lot of people in the new year, some of their New Year's resolutions are usually getting a business started or advertising themselves in some way to get some type of venture off the ground.
Right. Something on their own, do their own thing.
Yeah, working for yourselves.
Right.
So, who better to come talk to us about this than I feel like, the businessman himself. You're like the millennial businessman. Really?
That is actually very,
That's how I see you. Yeah.
I would have the sound of that. I'm going to have to change my Instagram bio.
Give me my credit. Everybody, this is how you gonna give me my
She
credit.
said, I want 1% royalties for every...
We're gonna talk to Koby. We got a few questions. And he gonna drop some knowledge on y'all to get your 2020 started.
Yeah.
So, what are your businesses? Plural or singular?
Yeah. So, definitely plural. So one of them is my personal brand. So when I'm like writing out like my goals and like mapping them out and everything like that, there's usually like the different categories. So one of them is just at Koby Lomax, which is my personal brand. So that includes like my YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. So for those of you guys who don't know, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Koby Lomax, my name. I make curly hair videos. They're teaching people how to take care of your curls, product reviews, tutorials, all that good stuff. I actually have a really crazy video coming up where I'm going to reach out. I'm going to see if I can scratch up a brand deal first though. But another one is my candle company. So I have a candle company called Ardent Candle Company. It's a candle company that makes scented candles that look good enough to eat. So that's really fun. I started that when I was 15. And then my third business is a road in a field. So I partner with the #1 skincare brand in the United States and Canada. So those are like my businesses right now. Got 2 others in the pipeline. Can't say too much about it right now. I mean, I can tell y'all off camera, but I can't put too much out there right now. But yeah.
All right. Sound like Koby
Koby
got your
know what
hands
he
in.
doing.
In a lot. So, when did you start your own business? Like, when did you know, okay, I'm ready to work for myself, and what motivated you?
So for me, it wasn't really the idea of like I wanted to work for myself. It was more so this idea of like I want to do what my dad did. You know, because my parents ran a very successful trucking company when we were like growing up. Like growing up, we lived very lavishly. Like my mom tells me, she's like, we saw $1 million in our bank account. Like she was like, because the business was doing extremely well. They had a trucking company called Lomax Trucking. So pretty much when the economy crashed, the government started pulling their money, you know. And so my parents made the mistake of not having any private customers, and because of that, the business failed. But I always had that experience of like my parents were running a company, like we lived in this big old house, cars everywhere, like literally like, and so I just kind of was like, okay, I want to do what Dad did, you know.
It's achievable because you see it.
Yeah, I saw it. I lived it, you know. And so so that's why. So that was really what made me want to start. So my first actual business was a dog walking business. So when I was 9, this was after the business had failed. We moved from this big old house to an apartment. Life kind of changed up a little bit, but I wasn't getting allowance no more. Because I'm telling you, I was getting like $100 a week, allowance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was big ball.
Like, no, seriously, like, let's get in. I didn't have that money anymore. And so, as a kid, like, I was just so used to having money all the time. It just sounds weird, but I was so used to having money all the time, so I was like, all right, what can I do to make some money? So, I really loved dogs, and at the time, we didn't have one. So, I would go downstairs and play with this lady's dog, and she was like, hey, what if you walk my dog and I pay you $5? I was like, okay. So I walk her dog in the morning and at night, and she would give me $5 at night when I came to walk her dog. When I give her dog back, she gave me $5. So I was like, okay, bet. So I said, if she paid me $5 every day, like Monday through Friday, if she paid me $5 every day to walk her dog, how many more people could I get to pay me $5 to walk
You
their
thought
dog?
this at 9.
At 9 years old. So I was making $100 a week walking dogs. It's a 9-year-old.
Got that 9 years old.
Yo, I had a stash under the couch in a cookie jar. Man, I wish I still had it. So that was like really my first business though, and then my first like real business like that actually like established and everything was the candle company. I started that when I was 15. I remember because I took an entrepreneurship class in high school, and it just like sparked it again. I was like, I want to start a business, so I started looking up like businesses to start. I don't recommend starting a business this way, but this is what I did. So I looked up businesses for 15-year-olds, businesses for high schoolers, everything, businesses for teenagers. And I was going down the list, and a lot of them were like babysitting, lawn mowing. I didn't want to do none of that. Then I came across candle making. I was like, oh, this sounds cool. It's different. So I did some research. I figured out. I was like, oh, I could do this. I could definitely do that. So I went to my parents. I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to start a candle business. Mind you, I'm 15. And my mom's like, whatever, like, what next? Like, what's next, But my dad was really excited. So they told me if I put together a business plan, they would give me the money I needed. So I put together a business plan, and then they gave me $200. And that was how, like, it got started. Yeah.
So, the candle business, how long did that last?
I'm still going today, 5 years strong. But I must say, 2018 and 2019 were rough. Multiple times I was ready to quit. Multiple times I was ready to give it up, just drop it all, like just done, And I think a lot of people don't talk about that, not only because it's not that you normally like to talk about, but also I think too, like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to have these feelings that you're having because you're a human. It doesn't feel right. Like literally, because for me right now, and I have a mentor of mine. His name is Frank. He's like a multi-millionaire. He invited me out to dinner with his son one day. So we go out to this restaurant. We're eating dinner, and we're talking. And so he's asking me about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna be completely honest with him because he has been there and done that. Literally everything I can probably think of, he's been there, And so I just told him, I was like, I really don't like making candles anymore. I don't even really use candles like that for real. Like, but seriously, but for real, yeah. These are real honest, like, like, I'm like, I use them one here and there. I don't really use them like, I feel like I'm supposed to be like obsessed with this, and like. But I'm like, I'm just really, it's like not there anymore. Like, I think when I was starting it, like I was so excited because I was learning something new. I was trying something. I'm like, now it's like I'm really just getting burned out. He's like, well, yeah, that's because you're doing a lot of stuff that you don't need to be doing anymore. He's like, you got to put your CEO thinking cap on. Like, the CEO of McDonald's is not making fries. Yeah. He is not cooking burgers. Like, and so seriously, and he was like, literally, he's starting up a software company right now. He says. And literally, I'm not touching that business. Like, I'm going to come there. I'm going to check it. I'm going to make sure everything's going right. But he's like, if I had to spend all my time in this new company that I'm starting up, I wouldn't do it. Because he's like, that's the whole reason I built my first business and sold it. So that I could have the freedom to spend time with my kids, spend time with my family, to go take a singing class. Like, he's like, so I built this so I could have this freedom, not so that I could be slaving away. Now, yeah, did I have to slave away for 10 years before I got here? Yeah, but now, like, I have that freedom. Like, he's like, you don't need to be in there making candles. But my whole time, I felt wrong about that because I'm like, this is my business. I feel like I should not want it, Right. But he's like, listen, Yeah. It's been times where my bank account was literally like 2 cents in there because I just spent a ton of money on orders that I hope were going to come, and they didn't. Like, literally, it's been some rough times. But, You live and you learn.
Sip. So, from the candle business, you went where?
So with the candle business, what was next? Oh, so I had started my social media already. Mm-hmm. I was already doing that. I started that when I was in high school as well, a little bit later in high school, because people always used to ask me, "What do you do with your hair? What do you do with your hair? What do you do with your hair?" And I would answer them, but I got over time. I was like, okay, I'm really getting tired of answering the same question over and over. So I was like, if I make a video, then I won't have to answer it.
You just said, go watch my video.
No, seriously, I was not planning on being a YouTuber. I was not planning on being. I would watch YouTubers and stuff, and I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but I was not planning on that. I just wanted to make a video so people could stop asking me, you know. So I made a video. I made a curly hair routine, and then after that, after making that video, I was like, oh, this was kind of fun, you know. So
that's how it is.
So now I made another video, and then I made another video, and then I made another video, and I was like, oh shoot, this is kind of fun. So then I just kept making videos, and now I have over 10,000 subscribers.
Our last and final question for Mr. Lomax. What advice do you have for those who are, one of their goals this year is to get a business, either a business or just their own branding off the ground, whether it be YouTube or other things? So, what is the advice you have?
Yeah. My advice for anybody who wants to start a personal brand in 2020 would be to get the book, Gary Vee, Crushing It. And then I would really just try to find out or figure out some way that you can provide value on some type of platform, whether that's Instagram, YouTube, both, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever. LinkedIn and TikTok are popping right now. If you can, yeah, that's why I've been making TikTok because seriously, LinkedIn is that way too right now. If you have a business that, or you want to get into a business that does business with other businesses, call it business to business or B2B. If you hear that term, that means business to business. Make content on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really good for that. But TikTok and LinkedIn are really good. But figure out a platform that you want to do, because everybody's not good on video. Mm-hmm. But maybe you're a good writer. Maybe you could write a blog, or maybe you could do micro blogs on Instagram. When you post stuff, put a blog, as a description, and it'd be short, but it'd be something of value, something that's gonna help somebody, something that's gonna make somebody laugh, something that's gonna make somebody want to come back. And then just do your research, wherever you're trying to, because this is exactly what I did, and this is how you're gonna learn the most. So type in if you want to start a YouTube channel, how to start a YouTube channel. It's tons of videos on there. Spend the day watching the videos, taking notes, and then from there say, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that. And then the last thing is just don't get so caught up. I know, y'all, the number of people.
That was a roll. The number of people
who I've talked to who hit me up and stuff like that, saying they want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't have lighting. I don't have a camera. I don't have this. I don't have that. It's sick. Sick. And I'm just go watch my first video. It was terrible. But I'm it's never going to be good if you don't start. And that's the number one thing that holds people back so much. A lot of people can be very insecure because you're like I said with the business fair, you're putting yourself out there for anybody to say anything, and so it can be. I understand that it can be tough, but you just kind of gotta push through that. Yeah. Just put it out there, and
it can be very intimidating.
Now for starting a business, you're trying to start a business in 2020. I would highly recommend you find a business that is a need, because it will make getting customers so much easier. And that's one of the issues that I have. I shouldn't say issue, but it is a challenge that I have with the candle company. People don't need candles. I gotta make you feel like you need them. Mm-hmm. Versus my stepdad, he quit his job and then he started his own maintenance company.
You always need something fixed.
Everybody needs something to fix. He literally gets customers come to him. He don't even got to go nowhere. And they're like, hey, can you come fix my window? You don't have to start a need-based business. Whatever business you do decide to start, there's 4 main things that you need to focus on. Is branding, sales and marketing, finances, and operations. So branding is what do people, it's not just a logo, it's not just the colors, it's not just a font, but it's how do people feel when they interact with your brand? What do people think about when they think of your brand? That's branding. Sales and marketing is the bloodline of your business. How you gonna make money, and that's probably mostly the hardest part for almost every business, unless you have a need-based business, because then people need what you have. What else is it? What I say? Branding, sales and marketing. Finances. Keeping up with your numbers. Y'all, I didn't do this for a long time. And I had a tax bill that was not pretty. So keeping up with your finances, hiring like some type of somebody just to go over your stuff to make sure that you're good. And then the last one is a what did I say? Operations. How's your business gonna run? Those are the big keys. And then another big huge part of it is like setting a goal for your business, right? Whatever that is like figuring out like, okay, I want to try to make $1,000 a month, or I want to try to make $10,000 a month. But I wouldn't shoot way out of your range. Like if you're making $600 a month right now, don't talk about you're gonna make it $30,000 next month. Like it's way out there. But if you start to close that gap, so let's say, okay, this month I'm gonna try to make 1,000. And next month I'm gonna try to do 2,000. And then next month maybe 3. Okay, now next month let's try 5. And like you're getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Where if you hear talking about I'm gonna make 30,000, that's way over there. It's not happening.
Way. Inch the finger.
So you just gotta close the gap. That's like a big breakthrough that I had. This like at the end of last year was like, this is where you want to go, but don't focus on that right now. Focus on this. And so yeah, there's a lot more advice I get, but that's like in a nutshell.
So, those are all our questions. We want to, as always, thank Koby for coming out. Thanks for chit-chatting with us.
This one, I like this, like, chit-chatty, like,
vibe.
It's nice, yeah.
We're going to put all of Koby's information in the description below, the books and all the links he was talking about. And as always, we'll catch y'all later.
We got some stuff to talk about.
Peace.